It's an ambition of mine to win the British Open Championship, but I never thought it would come so soon.
For Tony Jacklin, for his family, for British golf, an historic day. The Open Championship 1969. For the first time in 18 years, a British golfer has held off the challenge of the world and won. The 1969 championship came to the Royal Lytham and St Anne's Club on the Lancashire coast a few miles south of Blackpool. The club dates from 1886. The present course encroached by suburbia from the turn of the century. The fairways are about as wide as adhesive plasters, and one thing Lytham is not short of is bunkers. Yet it remains one of Britain's classic links courses, and a complete test for the champions of the world. And it has always produced great Open champions. Bobby Jones in 1926, Bobby Locke in 1952, Peter Thomson in 1958, and Bob Charles in 1963. This plaque in a bunker on the 17th hole immortalizes a wonder shot by Jones in the last round in 1926, which virtually won him his first British Open. Although more than 100 years old, the Open, thanks to modern management and presentation, still holds a magic for the world of golf. No fewer than 29 countries are represented at Lytham. And here are some of the actors making their final warm-up for the first day's action. Orville Moody, US champion. Bob Charles of New Zealand. Peter Thomson, Australia. Jack Nicklaus, United States. Brian Huggett, Wales. Gabe Brewer of America. Gary Player of South Africa, defending champion. Lee Trevino, United States. Roberto Di Vincenzo, Argentine. George Archer. Raymond Floyd. Bobby Cole of South Africa with the driver. Wednesday morning, first round, first day. Sun and shadow on Lytham's traditional clubhouse. The first hole is 208 yards, a long iron shot. Contrasting styles as they go into action. Napoleone of Italy. Bruce Devlin of Australia. Donald Swalens of Belgium. Gardner Dickinson of America. Bob Charles, New Zealand. Jean Garialdi of France. Martin Roosink of Holland. And the game is very much on. Here's Max Faulkner, the last British player to win the Open, holding out on 18. And that, by the way, is a fine level par 71 for Max. But the word from the course is that Bob Charles, an early starter, is making the news. He's opened with 2 birdies. We pick him up at the 9th. At 164 yards, the shortest par 3 on the course, but a green encircled with bunkers and an out-of-bounds fence at the back. He putts. And that's another birdie on a course that will demand exceptional putting. He's coming on strongly, 4 under par now. The 14th nearly straight away at 445 yards, but with a very narrow driving zone. And big frontal bunkers at either side of the green. At the tricky 14th, Bob is 5 under par. This hole was to give him a lot of trouble during the week, but not today. Bob's short game is dazzling. That's the par saved. Look at that easy, uncluttered action. Could it ever go wrong? Bob Charles comes to the home hole with a truly great round of golf behind him. 8 birdies, only 3 holes over par on Lytham's 6,800 yards. He's in the sand, but not in trouble. Another sweet recovery. In for 66. A fearsome mark to set in the first round of the Open. Bob won here last time out in 1963, and he's already saying, Lytham belongs to me. With the day not half gone, the others know what they have to do. Here's Orville Moody, the American champion, trying out the 5th hole. He's missed on the left, deep in a Lytham trap. A fine recovery. Cack-handed, but effective. Coming up to 18, Orville has a solid round behind him in his first British Open try. 1 under par here. This big one for a 69. He certainly gave it a try. That's a useful 70. 4 shots behind the leader, Bob Charles. Here's big Jack Nicklaus, a tremendous threat in any Open, at the first hole. But Jack, this is not a good chip shot. One over par on the very first hole. That was to prove ominous. Brian Huggett, Jack's playing partner, at the short 5th. And Brian hits a perfect shot right at the flag. Nicklaus would buy that one. On the tee, Jack is still 1 over par. He's missed it on the right, in the rough stuff between the bunkers. Now the chip. Good, but certainly not dead. Not a good day for Jack. At the end of it all, a 75. Gary Player, defending champion, 2 over par at this same 5th. He's missed on the right, just like Nicklaus. He chips. Oh, he hit the hole. And he missed the one back. 14th green, not a good day for Gary either. At the end of it all, he was 74. Tony Jacklin comes to the 5th with birdies at the 1st and 4th in the bag. It's not a bad-looking tee shot. Well, what do you say about that, Tony? 3 under par. At 17, Jacklin has held 3 under. He's keeping Bob Charles within range. But he's left that seriously short. The putt for a par. Gobble, 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 gobble. But it's still a par 4. The approach to 18, beautifully hit.